It's 6 in the morning. You are already surrounded by blaring horns, exhaust fumes, and hundreds of people rushing simply to clock in on time. Looking at the thousands of people rushing past, it feels like a cycle you are destined to repeat every single day for 30 more years. We have been taught that freedom only comes when we are old, with gray hair and decades of labor behind us. Viewing retirement as a specific birthday makes us feel powerless. It means someone else decides exactly when our time finally belongs to us. However, we can choose to define retirement as a financial target instead of a milestone on a calendar. Most financial experts use the 4% rule. It suggests that if you have a large enough investment portfolio, you can safely withdraw 4% of it every single year to live on. Because the rest of the money stays invested and continues to grow, your portfolio has a very high probability of lasting at least 30 years. To find the size of that portfolio, you take your annual living expenses and multiply them by 25. For example, if you need 40,000 CDs a year to live, you need 1,000,000 CDs in your portfolio. That is your freedom number. This simple math gives you a concrete, measurable goal. Once your assets reach that level, they generate enough income to cover your life, and working for a paycheck becomes optional. 1,000,000 CDs sounds like a mountain that two average earners could never climb before they reach old age. But you can accelerate the climb by aggressively widening the gap between what you earn and what you spend. By pruning away expenses that do not bring you actual joy, you can channel huge amounts of cash straight into your investments. While most people save 10% of their income, those pursuing early retirement often save half of what they earn. This high savings rate can shrink a 40-year career down to just 10 or 15 years. A high savings rate acts like a time machine, allowing you to use your money to buy back decades of your own life. Every plan must account for the rising cost of things we buy every day, like the goods here at Macola Market. This is inflation. It acts like a slow leak, cutting the purchasing power of your money in half roughly every 24 years. This is why leaving your savings in physical cash or hiding it under a mattress is risky. Over 30 years, that paper money will slowly lose its ability to pay for your basic needs. To stay ahead of rising prices, your capital must be invested in assets that grow faster than the cost of living. The biggest risk for early retirement is a stock market crash happening the very same year you stop working. If you are forced to sell your investments when they are down just to buy groceries, your portfolio might never recover. You can avoid this by using a 3-pot strategy, which separates your money based on when you will actually need to spend it. The first pot is your cash reserve. It holds enough money to cover your living expenses for the next 1 to 2 years. Because it is just cash in a savings account, it is shielded from market volatility. The second pot holds stable investments meant to last for years 3 through 7. These are like loans you give to companies or the government that pay you back with interest, providing a steady stream of income. The largest pot is for your long-term growth. This is where you keep stocks that will outpace inflation over the next 30 years. If the market crashes, you live out of the cash pot and leave your stocks alone, giving them several years to recover before you need to touch them. A solid health insurance plan serves as the final shield, ensuring that a medical emergency does not force you to drain your pots early. Organizing your money by time allows you to handle market crashes without jeopardizing your long-term survival. When you finally reach your freedom number, your life does not stop. You might spend your mornings on a small farm, collecting eggs, because the work is fulfilling, not because you need the money. The transition can be difficult. After years of aggressive saving, you have to learn how to comfortably spend your wealth without feeling guilty. Financial independence provides the absolute freedom to spend your time exactly how you choose. This entire shift in lifestyle begins with one simple calculation. Grab a pen and find your own number today. Defining your target turns a vague hope into a measurable, reachable milestone.